That's part of my purpose in life, is to get people to feel so excited by the lives that they're living that they can't help but produce joy everywhere that they go. Today we're going to talk about how to visualize and how to actually have your version of a perfect day. I'm so excited that you're here on the channel. If you are new to this corner of the world, I am a confidence coach and I share all about personal development and productivity and how to live a life that you're really obsessed with. I would love if you subscribe, so hit that button down there and give this video a like if you find it to be helpful. Let's get into it. What most people don't realize is that you get to dictate what your days look like. I know it might not seem that way. It might feel like, well, I have to work. Well, I have to take care of my kids. Well, I have to do this and that and this and that and this and that and this and that. All of these things feel like have-tos. And one of the things that I really work on with my clients is reframing the things that we do in our day. What do you get to do with your time? Not have to do, because everything's a choice. Even if it's not necessarily pleasant or you're not like 100% over the moon for the thing, what is it that you get to do? And if you aren't thrilled by it, what parts of it are giving things to you that feel good? When we can reframe what we have to do to what we get to do and give ourselves the personal responsibility and the agency over our lives and the choices that we make, then we realize that we're open to this like whole world of choices that we can infuse into our daily lives. If you don't know what kind of day you want to have, you're not gonna have a good day. Does that make sense? It's not someone else's idea of what a day should look like. This is for you. This is what you, as an individual with your soul and your mind and your heart, of all the things that would make you feel aligned and excited and thrilled to go throughout that day. This is simply so that you can get wicked clear. The girl from Massachusetts is coming out. It's how you want to live your life. It's not about making sure that that day happens every single day, because that is unrealistic, and that's the last thing that I want to be sharing with you, is some sort of unrealistic, unsustainable thing. But if we know from deep down in our core what is important to us and what our heart yearns for, and the kind of environment we want to be in, and the kind of people that we want to be around, and what we want to be doing with our time, we can start to take that information and pour it into the reality that we have right now. Think of it as you're going through the grocery store and you have your little cart and you're wheeling through the grocery store and you see something and you're like, oh, that looks really good. Let me put some of that in there. Let me put it in the cart. Then you're going through and you like see like the really good like Annie's mac and cheese is the bomb. You're like, oh my gosh, I love Annie's mac and cheese. I want to put some of that in my cart. And then you're just going through and you're seeing all the things that are either exciting to you or thrilling or interesting to you, or you know they're gonna make you feel good. Whatever it is, you get to pick and play and put these things into your cart, and then you get to check out, and then you get to take them home with you. The same thing goes when it comes to you crafting your ideal day. Once you know what feels good, you can say, oh, I want to take like this little piece of it and put it into my morning, because that sounds so amazing to do every day. And then you can be intentional about living your life with these little elements into the pockets of your day that you have time for within the context of the life that you have right now. If you don't know what kind of day you want to have, you're not gonna have a good day. Does that make sense? And I'm all for letting miracles happen. I'm all for letting happy surprises and happy accidents happen in your day. But for the most part, most of us live our lives just going through the motions. It's not super conducive to you living a life that feels really good, to make you feel good, to make your heart feel good, to make your soul and your mind feel good, and to allow you to really get up to the things that you want to be doing with your life. Like, I'm sure if you're here, if you stumbled on this video, that you are ambitious AF, that you have huge goals, that you have things that you want to attain and achieve and do and have impact in the world. And in order to do those things, we have to shed some of the stuff that we've kind of just like dragged along without really realizing it. Don't worry, I got you. We're gonna take care of it. Find some way to center yourself. So whether that's doing box breath, which is inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts at the top, exhale for 4 counts, and then hold at the bottom empty for 4 counts. Get yourself into a really present state so that you can not really think about all the other stuff that you have going on. I want you to think about, how do you want your morning to go? How does it feel when you wake up? How do you feel when you wake up? How do you want to wake up? Do you want to wake up with an alarm? Do you want to wake up without an alarm? If you have an alarm, do you turn it right off and get out of bed and get on with your day? How does it feel to wake up? What is the environment that you're waking up in? Is it really light and bright and airy like this space? Is it dark? What sort of things do you do in the morning? Do you wake up and go into a really comfortable place to do some meditation or prayer or journaling? Or do you get up and get your workout in first thing? Do you work out from home? Do you work out from a gym? Do you go for a run outside or a walk outside? How are you moving your body in the morning? How are you nourishing yourself? How are you going throughout the rest of your morning? Do you get fully ready every day? Do you shower and do your hair and your makeup and you get dressed in the way that makes you feel good? Where are you working? What kind of environment are you working in? Do you leave the house to go to work? Do you work from home? Do you co-work somewhere if you work for yourself? What are you doing to nourish your body throughout the day? How are you eating? How does it feel to eat? Do you cook most of your meals? Do you order out? Who are the people in your life? How do they make you feel? Do they inspire you? Do they make you feel loved? Do they make you laugh till you feel like you have to pee? Do they challenge you? Do they increase your creativity? Who are they? Partner, child, family, your friends, your coworkers? Who are these people? What kind of people are they? How do they add to your life? How often are you seeing people? What do you do for hobbies? That's a big one that a lot of people forget to think about when they're thinking about their ideal day. What sort of things are lighting you up when you are not working? Are you into something creative? Are you a dancer or a singer or a musician? Are you into crafting? Are you into learning new things about, I don't know, nature or traveling, or maybe you have some sort of collection that you enjoy or a game that you play. Maybe you love to make things with your hands, or maybe you love cooking, or maybe you love exploring new places in your neighborhood or surrounding areas. What do you like to do with your time? Maybe it's learning a new language. Maybe it is learning a new skill that you can start a side hustle from. Something that you've just always wanted to do and never had the courage to try, but in your perfect day version, you have the courage to do it. So how are you spending your time? How do you go about ending your day? You maybe eat dinner, winding down for the night. Are you watching something? Are you reading? Are you talking with your partner or your kids or whoever you live with? Playing music? Are you lighting candles? Are you taking care of your skin or your hair or whatever? Are you tidying things up before the end of the night so that you can just, go to bed and then you wake up and everything is clean? Is it spending time with your higher power? Is it spending time journaling about how the day went? How do you want to end your day? And then how do you feel going to sleep? Think about how it felt to live an entire day based on what you want to do, based on your values, based on what's important to you, and on what makes you feel most alive. How does it feel to do that? And so you can take some time, you can even meditate on each step of the day. Think about, how would it actually feel if I could live my life this way? Get really specific with the details. Think about colors, textures, feelings, sounds. Really infuse this with color so that it can feel real. Because even Olympic athletes spend time visualizing the actual act of doing their sport in the context of the Olympics. That is part of their preparation, because our minds are so powerful. It is amazing what our minds can do, and we're not even tapping into a fraction of the power of our minds and the powers of our bodies. Think of how absolutely amazing your life could be if you just spent a little extra time being intentional about how you want to go about your life. It almost brings me to tears thinking about that this is possible and that more people don't know that it's possible. And my biggest hope for you is that you give yourself the time and the focus and the intention that it takes to be able to live a life that you're obsessed with and not feel like life is mediocre, because it is not. It is only mediocre if you choose to allow it to be mediocre. Your life is meant to be exceptional. Your life is meant to have impact on people. Your life is supposed to bring light to other people when they might be having a bad day. Like, if we have more people in the world who are either living their lives in alignment or doing things that make them feel alive, and how truly embodied they are in that living, how much of a better world would we have? We would have such a more peaceful, happy, joyful, excited population on this planet if more people lived their lives with a little bit of intention based on their values, based on their goals and aspirations and how they want to feel. And that's part of my purpose here. That's part of my purpose in life, is to get people to feel so excited by the lives that they're living that they can't help but produce joy everywhere that they go. So I hope that this video was helpful for you. If it was, please let me know what part of your day was the thing that really got you most excited to work on so that you can start being that light for other people. You're doing amazing. I am so proud of you for even just taking the step forward to start living your life in alignment. Keep moving mountains.